Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear students. This is Mr. Saeed Abdullah talking to you from Isa Holy English Department تحت رعاية مدير المدرسة الأستاذ عبد الحميد الخالدي والمدير المساعد دكتور طالب الشريف ومعلمنا الفاضل الأستاذ عبد الله الجاسم. Now we are going to tackle Unit 3, which is called Human Values. Okay, human values, these are some general basic traits agreed by all societies all over the world. Okay. Why are human values important? Human values are important to live in peace, to have a safe life. Can you give me some kinds of human values like compassion, like empathy, like freedom, like tolerance? These what we call them human values. Without human values, we won't uh, have peace. We won't live in peace. Life would be chaotic. Okay, so let's tackle some vocab first. Not all the vocab of the unit, but let's tackle some vocabulary. Okay, the first word, for example, abuse means إساءة, cruel or violent treatment. Okay. The next one is anthropologist. Anthropologist, a person or a scientist who studies people, their societies. فاحنا بنسميها عالم اجتماع. Okay. Another word is apparent. Apparent, واضح أو ظاهر. Attribute, quality or feature of something. خاصية أو ميزة. Charitable, when you describe a person who is a charitable person or a charitable organization. مؤسسة خيرية أو منظمة خيرية أو شخص خيري. The next one, compassion, تعاطف. Okay. شفقة. Discrimination, unjust treatment, تفرقة أو تمييز عنصري. Diversity, تعدد، تنوع. Empathy, تعاطف أو عاطفة. Ethnographer, a person who studies or whose job is to describe the customs. برضو عالم في الأجناس البشرية. Okay, cultures وثقافتهم. Incapable, غير قادر أو عاجز عن. Inevitable, certain to happen means something that is certain to happen. حتمي، محتوم. Legislation, like laws, considered collectively، تشريع أو مجموعة قوانين أو دستور. Liberty, like freedom، حرية. Minority, and the opposite is majority، الأقلية. Tolerance, تسامح. Okay. And there is an important big question. Can you define tolerance? Okay. Tolerance is the acceptance of other people different from us than ourselves. Okay. Universal, دولي أو عالمي. Value as a noun، قيمة. As a verb، يقيم، يثمن. Impulse, a sudden strong or unreflective urge. Okay. To act, for example. اللي هي حافز أو دافع. The next one. Let's tackle some set book questions. For example, what does it mean? What is meant by human values? These are universal traits that are shared by all societies, that all societies agree on these basic traits like compassion, like tolerance, like freedom. Okay, so it is important to know what does it mean, the word freedom. Freedom, it doesn't simply mean that you can act whatever you want anytime. No, freedom is a balance between the individual freedom and the needs of the society as a whole. Okay. Compassion, caring for those who worse off other than ourselves. Okay, this is also what does mean the word compassion. Tolerance, acceptance of other people okay, of different faiths, different religions, different cultures, and so on. Right. We can care for the hungry and needy. How can we apply human values in real life? We can care about those needy people. Okay. Freedom is not as straightforward as its name may imply. Explain. So it's a balance, as we said before, a balance between our freedom and the society we live and the needs of the society we live. Okay. Right. Governments can protect human rights in many ways. How can governments protect human rights? They don't allow discrimination in their countries. They have strict rules, strict laws to defend the rights, to defend the human rights, to defend the human values, and so on. In your opinion, what does tolerance as human value mean? This is what, as what we said before, accepting the others who are different from us. Islam is the religion of human values. Discuss. Okay, Islam orders us to care for the others, okay, and to respect the elderly. So it means that we should respect other people. What are the main aims of Kuwait Red Crescent Society? And this is, don't forget, my dear students, this is lesson 3 in unit 3 is included. And there is an important lesson in this one. Okay, KRCS, Kuwait Red Crescent Society, جمعية الهلال الأحمر الكويتية. Okay, and question, an important question in this lesson. What are the aims of the KRCS? Aims of the KRCS, they are provide assistance to vulnerable people, distribute food, give sustenance, provision, okay, give them water supplies, health care, okay, and so on. These are the main aims of Kuwait Red Crescent Society. These teams, these volunteers who work in Kuwait Red Crescent Society, they share in rescue operations with different countries. Okay, I can. How can you take part in charity organization, for example? I can donate money or do voluntary work. بعمل عمل تطوعي. اوكي، يبقى في درس مهم اللي هو درس يونت 3، اوكي، او lesson 3 في الورك بوك اللي هو كي ار سي اس. This is included. مطلوب، مهم جدا ان انت تعرف الدرس ده. اتكلم عن ال voluntary work. Voluntary work. Would you like to voluntary or to volunteer in something like KRCS, for example? Yes, I'd like to help people. I feel happy. I feel satisfied when I draw a smile on a child's face. Okay, when I feel when I help other needy people, for example. So you have to take care of this lesson. Right, let's move to another part of this unit, which is grammar. Okay, grammar in this unit is not difficult at all. There are two important things. I'll begin with the second one, which is if clause. Okay, there are four types of if: type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3, right? Okay, and you remember these types before, you tackled, you had them before. Okay, so type 0, which describes scientific facts, habits, customs, orders, and the ordinary example، المثال اللي انتم متعودين عليه كلكم: if you heat water to 100 degrees it boils. Okay, if you go to the post office, send this letter to me. So I request, send this letter for me مثلا or to me. Okay, for example, if I'm hungry I eat, if I'm thirsty I drink. These what we call them type 0. Okay, facts, habits, orders, and so on. F type 1, which expresses something possible to happen in the present time, uses if present simple, well simple form. If present simple, well simple form. Okay, so uh, let's go back again to if clause. Okay, so If the first case, if الحالة الأولى, if present simple, will simple for, okay. If you study hard, you will pass the exam. If you play well, you will win the match, for example. If type 2, which expresses impossible action in the present time, an action that is impossible to happen in the present time, which is used if past simple, would simple for. If you studied hard, you would pass the exam. If he were at home, he would answer the phone, and this is impossible to happen in the present time. If type 3, which expresses the past tense, an imaginary or impossible action that didn't happen in the past time, okay. So, for example, if you had studied hard, لو كنت درست, you would have passed the exam. So you use had plus verb 3, then would have plus verb 3, okay. Fine. We will tackle this one again, but let's move now to another part of grammar, which is adverbs of manner. Okay. We use adverbs to tell how an action or should be performed. So the adverb, use it by adding ly to the adjective which describes noun. Okay. For example, he is tall, or the tall man is my friend. The adverb describes the verb or the action itself. For example, adjectives like careful, carefully, lucky, luckily, okay, responsible, responsibly, okay. Here are some examples in our student book. For example, that child was behaving very bad, so we did it very badly. Okay, the dog was barking aggressive, so we made it aggressively. Okay, the children playing noisy. We made it noisily. His car drove smooth. We made it smoothly. Okay. So you can talk loud. We did it loudly. That would be behaving unacceptable. Unacceptably. So this is an important word. So let's change these words to make them adverb. Don't run so fast, the teacher shouted with anger, with anger. So we did it angrily. Born baby should be held with care. So we did it carefully. The play was very sad. The final scene ended in a tragic manner. In a tragic manner. So we did it tragically. Okay. My new shoes are comfortable. Are very comfortable fit, are uncomfortably fit, or comfortably fit, for example. My mom is a fantastic cook. She creates culinary delights like a master. So we make I'll make this one masterfully. So now again, if clauses, as we tackled before, conditional sentences are also known as conditional clauses. This is if the zero type, okay, of conditional sentences. Structure used for talking about general truth, things which always happen, like habits, like customs. If present simple, if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. If type 1, uh, possible actions in the present or likely to happen in the present time, and this one we use simple present, well, simple form, or future. If I find her address, I will send her an invitation. If type 2, this is the second conditional, an imaginary situation or something that is impossible to happen in the present, okay, and we use past simple, would, simple form. If I were in charge, I would raise salaries. The last one is a structure used to talk about imagined or past situation, okay. For example, if I had passed my driving test, I would have had, of course, my own car, okay, like this one. Here are some examples for if type 0, if type 1, if type 2, and if type 3. If you get ice out of the fridge, it melts. If you sleep early, you will get up early. This is the first case. If you came earlier, you would see all what happened. If you came, this is past simple, ماضي بسيط. You would see all what happened. the would simple form. الحالة الثالثة, if I had remembered I would have brought my glasses. had remembered had verb 3, would have verb 3, would have وتصريف فعل. This is in general what Unit 3 talks about. Okay, very important, my dear colleagues or my dear students, to tackle the topic of this unit, which is voluntary work and the importance of voluntary work. Okay, how can we encourage youth or young people to share in voluntary work? Okay, how is voluntary work important? You can gain skills, you can help needy people, okay, you can save the lives of many people, you can draw a smile on a child's face, for example. Okay, it is important to be a model for any young person, okay, to share in voluntary work. Okay, we can raise awareness through media, through programs, to make students or to make people or to make young people share in voluntary work and so on. Okay. Thank you very much. This is the end of our unit 3. Let's meet the next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We will do it together. Thank you.